Raiders could end it here with one defensive stand.
Here's the fullback, and the Raiders hit him. I'm not sure he got it.
I don't think he got it.
I'm not sure he got it. Raiders were ready. Harbaugh did not get it. This is not even close.
Yeah.
This is Raiders football. Raiders football. Holy Toledo. Furl was one of the defenders who jumped in there on the fullback. You got to go to your ace in that situation. Matt Rule, welcome to the National Football League. The Raiders win the opener as the Las Vegas Raiders, 34-30.
Holy Toledo is right. The Raiders leave Carolina victorious and start the 2020 season 1-0. The coronavirus is messing everything up, but it's not going to stop the Raiders from winning the Super Bowl. We're going to get into the post-game stuff and then talk about what's going on around the league, and then we'll get into the preview of the Saints coming to Vegas to open up the new Allegiant Stadium where teams' dreams come to die, baby. So let's get into it and enjoy the show. Let's get into the stats from the game. Daryl, put up the stats on the screen. So the Raiders leave 34-30. You know, it's a tough game, not the best game. Expected to see a lot more from the defense, but they did get that fourth down stand to pretty much seal the game. Derek Carr threw 22 for 30 for 239 yards and 1 touchdown. Solid performance by Carr, no interceptions. But obviously the star of the day was Josh Jacobs with 25 carries for 93 yards and 3 touchdowns. And then he also went into the catching game for four receptions for 46 yards. So over 100 yards from the line of scrimmage. Great job by him. Henry Ruggs, from what we saw of him, he went down somewhere in the second quarter with I think it's a knee injury. You know, he came back out there, was motioning a lot behind the line, throwing the defense off. I think what we saw from him was very promising. If Carr led him a little better on that one throw, he would have been in the end zone. Give it a couple games, and we'll definitely see him in the end zone from a throw like that. Nelson Agholor, his 1 catch, 1 touchdown. You know, great 23-yard pass from Derek Carr. Hunter Renfrow got a couple touches in there. Darren Waller, 45 yards for 6 catches. Our backup running back, Devontae Booker, he had 4 carries for 29 yards. I thought when we saw him, he did great, except for that one little fumble, one little quirk. But other than that, offense, I think, looked great. I think Carr threw to 9 different receivers, 9 different players. So that's good to see. I like the diversity. Defense, yeah, I just, you know, want to see a little more from them. Expect a lot more pressure on the QB. Hopefully with the Saints, that'll happen. But Jonathan Abram looked great. I think he had 12 tackles or 9. It says 9 tackles here. 1 tackle for loss. I love the aggression from him. You know, it's so great to see him back on the field. But yeah, I think our Raiders played a pretty good game on the stat sheet. But definitely, you know, came out on top. But can't play like that every week. We're gonna need to step up the game. And I think Monday night is gonna be a big upgrade. Now looking at injuries, Trent Brown went down after 3 or 4 plays, and then he was done for the day. He's had a bunch of problems. He's missed a lot of snaps for us, the games we've had him on our team. Nick Gukowski went down last game with a pec injury. I don't think he's going to be playing for at least this Monday. Henry Ruggs got some sort of knee injury. He went down last week. He managed to finish the game, but he didn't participate in practice Thursday or Friday. Those are key players. Richie Incognito was limited to practice on Friday. He didn't participate in Thursday because of an Achilles. You know, hopefully, I think he'll be good to go come Monday. This extra day is good for these players to rest up, take 1 more extra day. So, Henry Ruggs in the post-game interview, when asked about now that the first game's out of the way, you know, how do you feel about the first game? He basically just said how now the anxiety's all out of the way and now it's just time to get back to football. So that's good for him. I'm hoping he can clear up his knee issue by Monday, and then we'll see some deep bombs to him because, you know, that was promising. If he had a full game, no problems last Sunday, I think we might have seen his first career NFL catch. So we'll have to wait a little longer. Jacobs was talking about how he knows he had a good game, three touchdowns. I mean, that's a great game. But there are a lot of things that he knows that he needs to improve on. I think that's great. We're all looking at him in awe, and he's just thinking about, he could have cut a little quicker here. He could have cut a little direction here. He's going to go back and watch the film, not look at his 3 touchdowns and all. He's going to look at what he needs to improve on, and I think that's what makes him so great. And then quick shout out to Daniel Carlson, our kicker, for landing the AFC Special Teams Player of the Week. He hit 2 for 2 field goals, and then got 4 out of 4 extra points, and one of those field goals being his career-long 54 yards, great kick, had lots of distance, so that was pretty cool, good for him. Overall, I think the Raiders had decent showing. I think there's a lot of promising stuff. It's going to be a great season, starting the season 1-0, and so we just got to be ready Monday, and big tough game. So hopefully we'll get to be 2-0 then. Now looking around the league, Daryl put up the scores from last weekend. Thank you. A couple things that stick out to me. Tom Brady and the Buccaneers didn't get the start that they wanted. Tough opponent, but it's Brady. But we'll see in a couple weeks once he gets a little more hang of what he's dealing with down there in Tampa. I expect him to come back soon in full force. So don't count him out yet. We have faced them, I think, week 7. So we'll see them soon. By that time, I think he'll be a little more comfortable. Ravens killed the Browns 38-6. I think Ravens definitely were the favorite, but they showed that they're still as strong as last year. So that's going to be a tough opponent for the remainder of this season. Definitely playoff team looks to be. And Washington, great way to turn around at halftime and get that win over the Eagles 27-17. The head coach of Washington was getting an IV at halftime because he's battling cancer. So good for them. Crappy season last year. So good for them to start the season 1-0. They had 8 sacks in that game last weekend. So that's phenomenal on their defensive line. So good stuff from Washington. A couple notable things this week. The Raiders have been playing the Monday Night Football theme song while practicing. I think that's pretty cool. Getting excited for the primetime game. Gruden was asked about the Death Star reference by Mr. Davis, and his answer, he's obviously not a Star Wars fan, so we'll play that right here.
Not sure if you're really a Star Wars guy, but when Mark Davis welcomed you and the team and the coaching staff, everybody into Allegiant Stadium and said, "Welcome to the Death Star, where our opponents' dreams come to die," what went through your mind at that point in time?
What went through my mind didn't go through your mind, obviously. I think it's a cool name for our stadium. I don't give a damn about Star Wars. That's what we're calling our stadium, and I don't care what anybody else thinks. It's a cool stadium. It's a great name, and we just got to play good when we're in there.
And then most of the press conferences throughout the week, players were asked about how it was with no fans, and they all pretty much said the same thing. It's very different. They all said how they got to create their own juice, own momentum. And Jacobs was saying how when defense was out there, he was standing up, trying to give a little more support because they don't have the fans to do it. So I thought that's pretty cool. Now looking at the preview of Monday Night Football, this New Orleans Saints taking on the Las Vegas Raiders in Vegas. First game in Allegiant Stadium. The players are hyped. The fans are hyped. We'd be there. We can't. But it's gonna be intense. It's gonna be a hard game. It's gonna be a good fight, and it's gonna be entertaining, man. My guess would be 27-24 Raiders. So it's gonna be a tough game. It's gonna be exciting. But now looking at the game, the Saints played Tampa Bay. They're coming off a win from last week. Brady and Drew Brees going at it, but Brees comes out victorious. They got Alvin Kamara, who's going to get a lot of touches. Michael Thomas is out, the star wide receiver, one of the best wide receivers, if not the best in the league right now. He's out. Good for us. But with him being out, they're going to look at Emmanuel Sanders, who's a very fast wide receiver, good, reliable wide receiver. Went to San Fran last year in the middle of the season, and really added to that team. And they were a Super Bowl. They were in the Super Bowl. So I think that kid's good, and he's going to have a lot of touches, a lot of yards. The Raiders really got to lock him down. If they can lock him down, watch Alvin Kamara, the running back from the Saints. Fill in the block, fill in the defensive block, stop the run game, watch Sanders, put pressure on Drew Brees. I think we could come out victorious, and we'll be off 2-0. So another quick little fact that ESPN's been reporting: the Saints have gone 44 games straight without giving up 100 yards rushing. I think that streak's going to end with Josh Jacobs coming. With them coming to Josh Jacobs' town, that's going to end. He's going to put up 100 on them. So I'm hoping he gets a lot of touches. Gruden just keeps on giving him the rock, and he's going to do magic with it. So it's going to be fun. We'll see you there.